So this is going to be our season finale, in which we will recap some of our favorite parts on this season 1 of Imperfect by Design. And something we really have to discuss. I mean, have to discuss. Gwyneth Paltrow has been selling a product that smells like her. We just got to talk about this. Plus, there is a foolproof way to win any argument. What is it? Find out that and more on this episode of Imperfect by Design. Welcome to Imperfect by Design, and this is a podcast that we created because all too often in social media and in life, we're constantly painting pictures of perfection. Everything is just glorious. But the reality is life can sometimes suck and go wrong, and it's not really perfect. That is why we have created a forum for everyone to embrace the fact that life doesn't always go the way we want to, but that's okay. It's imperfect by design. I'm your host, KT Harris, joined with the one and only Milinda. My headphones are
Hey guys, Milinda, Kirsty with the mosty. Woo woo.
Well, this has been just a crazy time of year. It's January. It's the beginning of a new year, and there have been some amazing things that have happened. I know in my life, believe it or not, I have become a grandmother.
Lola.
Yay. Beautiful girl named Malaya. And I am so in love with this child. When you have like that baby, you know, just that baby love, that innocence, it is amazing. The second thing that's happened since last time we did a podcast is, guess what I have?
What, girl?
I got the ring.
Oh, you got the ring.
I got the ring. The look on the producer's face is like, what? Now, keep in mind, this ring is not the ring. This is what they call a promise ring.
Oh, that's sweet.
No, it's a trend now where you can get a ring. It doesn't mean that you're going to get married tomorrow, but it means that's the place that you're going to be going. And I think it's a wonderful idea because you're not rushing into anything, but you know that that's where you're headed. So thank you very much for the ring. Now, the thing that I find ironic about this ring.
It's on your middle finger.
This is the ring. It's so gorgeous. No. When we sized it, apparently it just didn't calculate. But that's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's beautiful and it's what I wanted. And the other thing, just real quick to recap, is I've been talking about this butt exerciser for a while.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
The booty in a minute.
It promises a beautiful bottom in 1 minute. It says that it helps with your Kegel floor exercises, so it's like helping everything down there. I did it for an entire week, and basically the contraption is, imagine 2 pieces of plastic that are curved with a spring in the middle. So you have to take your butt cheeks and squeeze them so that way the spring goes back and forth.
Okay.
And it really does work those muscles. I mean, like literally you are sore afterwards and you notice a huge difference. So yes, it does work.
Okay.
But it also stimulates the same muscular motion you would make if you were farting. So just keep that in mind. On that note, Milinda, please tell me, how has your year been so far?
Well, my family, we love the new year. That's when we kind of do like our holiday gifts. And one particular gift, I really thought it was so creative. My sister's currently stationed in South Korea, and she knows I love sports, and got a customized, awesome Washington Nationals jersey, and it had like the World Series patch and my name on the back, and it was just really thoughtful and cute, and I can't wait to model it.
Best sister ever.
Yeah. So, and then, you know, with New Year's resolutions and whatnot, I decided to get a little bit more organized and declutter and just be grateful, and started doing like the Marie Kondo. And in the process, I went through some boxes and I totally found an envelope full of 20s. Like 20s and 20s and 20s and 20s, like almost $200. Cash money.
Girl, you were making it rain. I'd be like,
yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is starting to be really good.
20s for 2020.
Yeah. So I was really, happy about that. And then a little update, last time I mentioned that I was going to try to do the whole online dating thing. So I'm currently doing like the 3-month subscription to like Match.com.
Uh-oh, she's putting herself out there. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Like, seriously.
Oh gosh.
That is a step in the right direction. And things can get kind of scary and kind of creepy. How's your experience been so far with the online dating?
Yeah, kind of scary, kind of creepy. I mean, like the top 3 things so far. One, I think people sometimes they don't read your profile right away. Like they totally like look at your pictures and then they think that if they contact you, you'll totally match with them. But if I say I want something, don't contact me if you're not that something,
Girl, that is going to happen. I mean, no, seriously, it doesn't matter what you put out there. You are always going to have people that just contact you based on, oh, she's cute, she's not. I mean, okay. So go ahead.
Well, I'm not gonna like want to meet up with you if you're like overseas or like in New York. I'm trying to find somebody local because it seems like I've been attracting a lot more people long distance, and so that's one of the things I want to try to strive for is maybe more locally within the Maryland, DC, Virginia area. And then the last thing is that when I did finally give a couple of phone numbers to people, this creepy guy was all like, okay, what are you doing right now? And I told him I was like kind of doing laundry and watching Netflix. He's like, okay, I'll be right over. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, but when you say watching Netflix, that immediately.
I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm just so like naive. I don't know. But I was like being truthful because, it was raining that day and I'm not going to have the first date at my house. We're gonna like meet at a public place.
First and foremost, that is very smart. My advice to you is do not give your phone number out until you've had several very long conversations where you kind of feel comfortable. And even then, the creep factor is still there.
Right.
Always meet in a public place. I mean, when I did online dating, I maybe took it with a really weird angle.
Okay.
For a while, when I first started doing it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to act like this is just a video game. And so, I mean, when you're doing Tinder, it's just like, yeah, nope, yeah. And then when I would actually talk to guys, I would see and screen them out if they had a sense of humor. So, I mean, I remember one guy asked me, he's like, so, what do you vision as far as your goals? And I'm like, well, my ultimate goal is to become the supreme overlord of the universe. I did not hear from him again.
Oh my God. Stupid.
But you know what? I mean, but you can still, as long as you're honest and you have a sense of humor. I mean, there was one point where these dating apps they put your mileage, but your miles of where you're at.
Right.
And sometimes it's somebody that's like really 3 hours away.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? So I matched up with a guy one time. He was like 3 hours away and it was like, okay, where do you live? Okay, we're like way too far.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so upset because I have already pictured our house, named our kids, and even picked out our dog. And at that point, it was just something that you can kind of laugh off.
Right.
So speaking of games, there is our hero of the week, which is hysterical. If you watch the TV show Family Feud, in the Canada version, there was a young lady, her name was Eva, and they were down to the sudden death $10,000 question. $10,000 is on the line. And the question is, name Popeye's favorite food. This woman jumped up and down and screamed, chicken! No. And the dance that she did was like she had won the lottery. Like she knew her answer was chicken. And she's like going, woo, woo. It was Popeye spinach because Popeye the Sailor.
Yeah.
This is how you take this is just total imperfect by design moment. That epic fail got her $10,000 in Popeyes.
Free chicken.
Yes, they gave her $10,000 in free fried chicken. Now, if the executives of Popeyes are listening to me right now, I want chicken.
Sandwiches.
Yes, I will pit myself out for those spicy chicken sandwiches because they are the bomb. The bomb.
Yum, yum.
All right, so we got to talk about this candle. Gwyneth Paltrow, you know, she's just an odd cookie to begin with. She's come out with some really strange stuff, but she has come out with a candle that literally, I am not making this up. The name of the candle is This Smells Like My Vajayjay.
No.
Seriously. Well, here's the shocking thing. She's selling the candle at $75 a candle.
Oh.
And here's the even more shocking thing. It completely sold out. First and foremost, who spends $75 on a candle?
The creepy guys on Match.com.
But seriously, I mean, like, why? Why? That just does not make any sense to me. Maybe we can make money with a candle that says, this smells like my fart. Someone could come in the bathroom after you and go, oh, no, that's the candle. That's not me. That's the candle. Brilliant. I tell you, that's my next $1 million idea. And the next just really quick crazy story that I have got to talk about because Danielle from the Mom Minute sent this over to me. And I read it and I was like, this cannot be true.
Yeah.
A guy is suing Pornhub because they don't have closed caption for deaf people.
What? Oh.
It's porn.
Yeah. Maybe they are so into the storylines.
Does porn have storylines? Well, I guess so.
Yeah, some of them.
I don't know. I don't know because I don't watch those things.
Uh-huh.
All right. So the next thing I promised to talk about is how do you win an argument? Because arguments are something that everybody has. And nobody likes them.
No.
We were talking about this earlier, Milinda, and both me and Milinda are of the group. We don't like to argue. We avoid it at all costs. But you do have to have an argument. And if you're going to argue, you might as well win. So how do you win an argument guaranteed? Well, there's certain things that you can do according to psychologists. Number one, mimicking the person that you're having the discussion with. In other words, if they're like this, you do that. You mimic their body.
Like, if they're crossing their arms, you do the exact same thing. If they talk slow, then you talk slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're mimicking their behavior because then at that point it kind of puts you on their level. You acknowledge what their argument is. You always want to make sure that factually you know your facts because, well, that's necessary, obviously.
Yeah.
But the biggest way and the biggest thing that you can do to win any argument is this. Speak in a lower tone of voice.
How low can you go?
Oh, I can go really low. No, but the theory is that you have control at that point and you're not like raising your voice and going all crazy, but you just calmly lower your voice and you win the argument every single time. I'm going to try this out on my mother. Let's see if that works.
I will try that too.
She'll be like, God damn it, what the fuck are you doing? I'll be like, yes, Mom, I hear what you're saying.
I thought it was this one. You are right. Right?
This is true. Mom, you are right. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, that's too funny. All right, so this being our season finale of season 1.
Yeah.
We got to talk about some of our favorite moments.
Yes.
And Milinda, what would you say over this inaugural season was your favorite moment so far?
Well, I just wanted to thank everyone for listening and subscribing. Probably the best time is when we did the whole pole dancing with the girls. And not only was it a fun workout, but we were dancing to Lizzo and feeling like J-Lo.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her. Oscars are right around the corner.
Super Bowl girl. Oh.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Like, she didn't get nominated. She should have been nominated for an Oscar, but it was just awesome. I really enjoyed myself for Fit for Polls. Thanks for that.
Well, you know what? Very, very huge thank you for Fit for Polls. That was an incredible experience. And I agree with you. There is something about the pole dancing thing that was empowering. And I think the biggest lesson is you don't have to have years of dance lessons or this incredible body. You could be just, voluptuous like me and of course, rhythmically challenged and still make it happen and have fun. So that's a great lesson. For me, my greatest part and my most favorite part of the podcast is just being able to kind of come together and discuss with everybody the reality of stuff and the imperfections of my life and everybody else's life. I think probably the biggest thing for me is being able to, I know this sounds really kind of weird, but my favorite thing is being able to talk about my dysfunctional mom. No, I mean like the story, the story of, when I got married before and she was like yelling at me like, what do you want to do? He not take care of you. What, you marry him because I got big ding dong. That's my mom and I love her. And so it's a great way to be able to kind of just express that love and express the fact that, it's okay not to be normal, but this is Imperfect by Design. And coming up on our big season 2 opener.
2 for 2.
Does Milinda find love?
Oh my gosh, you're going to put me out there?
Come on, inquiring minds want to know. Plus, there is an incredibly unusual product that you may want to get your guy for Valentine's Day. Trust me, you want to know what this is. We will discuss that on our very next episode of Imperfect by Design. All right, so make sure you catch us on our socials. We are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and of course on Twitter. Make sure you check us out.